The Octonauts and the Great Ghost Reef. It was a clear and sunny day under the tropical sea when Captain Barnacles' bear was testing his snorkel, Peso Penguin was shampooing Claudius, Tune-Up the Vegemite was packing a picnic basket, Dashy Dog was picking out sunglasses, Tweak Bunny was changing a spark plug, Dr. Shellington was modeling his new swimsuit, Kwazi Kitten was taking a cat nap, and Professor Inkling was studying his travel guide. The crew quickly assembled in the octopod's headquarters to find Professor Inkling frantically pointing to the eerie landscape outside. "Octonauts," the small Dumbo octopus exclaimed. "We're all excited about our vacation to the Great Reef City, but something peculiar has transpired." "Well, shiver me timbers, everything is white," Kwazi puzzled out loud. "This place looks like a ghost town." This city is built on top of a giant coral reef. Normally, reefs look like colorful rocks where many plants and animals make their homes, Dr. Shellington informed the crew. "This is not at all what I expected. We need to find out what happened here," Captain Barnacles decided. The crew cautiously explored the silent streets of the city. As they passed abandoned buildings and empty houses, they caught glimpses of pale shapes and heard strange creaks and moans. "I'm sure there's a perfectly good scientific explanation for all of this," Shellington said nervously. "Did you hear that?" Barnacles said. "Did you see that?" Peso said. "Did you feel that?" Kwazi said. Eventually, they came upon an old turtle nudging a large trunk out his front door. Noticing the name on the mailbox, Barnacles politely asked, "Excuse me, Mr. Stache, can you tell us what happened here?" The turtle slowly looked the polar bear up and down and gave a long sigh. "I'm afraid it's all a great mystery," Mr. Stache began his tale. "When I first moved here as a young whippersnapper, the reef was famous for its bright colors and seagrass aplenty to eat. As time went by, more and more animals came here to live, and they built fancy buildings, theaters, and shops. This place was quite the hot spot. I guess everyone was so busy that no one noticed the coral beneath the city had started turning white and brittle. Bit by bit it spread. The turtle gestured sadly to his own home. Now even my home is falling over. Nobody knows what caused this. Some even say the city is haunted. I'm the last to go. It's just too cold here for my old bones." Dashy patted the turtle's shell and asked, "Is there anything we can do to help?" Mr. Stache smiled in appreciation. "Thank you, young lady. I remember a beach from my childhood, just 2 shakes of a turtle's tail from here. I could certainly use a hand moving my rock collection there." The octopus packed Mr. Stache's belongings onto the Gup A, and the ship took off with a big whoosh. Arriving at the sandy dunes of the beach, Barnacles looked around and smiled. "It sure is nice and warm. Everyone seems to be enjoying the sun. I forgot how shallow the water is here. An old turtle like me needs more shelter." Mr. Stache fretted as he tucked into his shell. "Let's keep looking." "How about this mangrove forest?" Dashy asked. The trees give cover to the animals and even drop fruit down for food." Shaking his head stubbornly, the turtle persisted. "But I don't have any of my favorite seagrass." Luckily, seagrass meadows grow right near mangroves, Peso announced cheerfully. Look at those happy dugongs tending the fields. The water is so murky here, not clean and clear like my old reef, fussed the turtle. Arr, he sure is picky. I need a vacation from this vacation, Kwazi muttered. Flipping his tail in frustration, Slow Stache lamented. I never realized how special my reef was until now. There's no other place quite like it. If we can't find you a new home, we'll just have to figure out what's wrong with your old home, Barnacles said confidently. Let's head back and solve this ghost reef mystery. Returning to the city, the crew found Tweak using the Gup D to prop up a row of teetering buildings. Watch out, the bunny shouted out with concern. The city is starting to fall. We need to do something fast. Just then, Shellington ran to the crew and exclaimed, Octonauts, while you were away I discovered something very fascinating. The reef isn't a rock at all. It's made up of thousands of little creatures. The coral is alive. Does that mean they're not ghosts? Peso timidly asked. Shellington shook his head and explained, No, but they are cold and hungry. When I was out studying the healthy reef outside of town, I learned that each coral has algae inside that give it color and help it make food. Algae are plants, and plants need light, Inkling added. The buildings must be blocking out the sun and causing this coral to give up all its algae. So that's why the reef turned white. Octonauts, we have to move these buildings, Barnacles declared. News of the Octonauts' discovery spread quickly, and animals from far and wide returned to help. Together they lift off pieces of the city to uncover the coral beneath. Everyone worked to build new homes around the coral instead of on top. Slowly, the reef became colorful and healthy again. Thank you for solving this mystery. Now I've learned that we need to take care for the reef just like it cares for us. The turtle gratefully presented each of the crew with a rock from his prize collection. For all your hard work, Slow Stache added with a wink. The Octonauts laughed, and all agreed this was the greatest reef vacation ever. The end. Don't forget to join us next time with Captain Barnacles, Peso Penguin, Tweak the Bunny, Dr. Shellington, Kwazi Kitten, Dashy Dog, Professor Inkling, and Tune Up and the rest of the Vegemals. Next time on The Octonauts. Like, share, and subscribe for more.